You're failing at your goals because you lack accountability. But that's okay. I'm going to show you how to overcome it. Accountability is the obligation to answer, justify, explain your actions or your inaction. Studies show that you're way more likely to achieve a goal if you're being held accountable. If you say to me, Fumbi, I'm going to set up a company on Company's House by the end of the week. If you know that I'm going to call you on Sunday and ask you about it, the likelihood of you doing it is way higher than if you didn't think I was going to call you. Even if you did it the hour before I called you, at least you did it. And that's the power of accountability. The problem is people tend to shy away from accountability because it means you have to face some uncomfortable truths. It may mean that you have to face up to the fact that you didn't actually do that thing. And when that person calls you, you're like, oh, I really felt like doing it when I said it, but now, I can't be bothered. And now this person's asking me questions. And it can really rub you up the wrong way. But actually, you need to remember that it's for your good and it's to help you do what you said you would do. So sometimes it means we have to face up to the fact that, number one, we haven't done that thing, but also why we haven't done that thing. I was watching a video the other day that was talking about procrastination and how procrastination doesn't necessarily mean that you're lazy, but actually you're procrastinating because of a deeper seated issue. So it could be the fear of failure. You're so scared of failing at a thing that you just freeze and you don't do it. Or even the fear of success. There are people that are actually really scared of being successful. And there are deeper reasons to why that might be. But sometimes accountability forces us to face up to that reality when you realize that even though you're being accountable, you're still not doing that thing. A really important thing to remember is that accountability is a personal choice. You cannot force someone to do it. I can say to you, you need to do XYZ by XYZ date. But you have to agree for me to hold you accountable, because if I call you up and I say, why haven't you done it? You don't have to give me an answer. You will only give me an answer if you agree to. And so accountability is a personal choice. It's a tough choice, but it's something that we have to commit to in order to secure our success. Sorry to interrupt your video, but can I ask you a very quick favor? Could you give us a like if you're enjoying this video so far, and comment, interact with us. Let us know that you're enjoying it. Let us know your thoughts. And finally, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing. All these things really help our engagement on this channel, help us to grow, help us to reach other people just like you, and helps us to make the impact that we intended. I'll let you get back to it. Here are some ways in which you can become accountable. The first step is be accountable to yourself first. So one of the ways you can do this is by actually writing down what you said you were going to do. So I like to do this by using to-do lists and planners. Write down what you said you were going to do so that at the end of the week or the end of the day, whenever you're doing your check-ins, you can look at the list and the list will categorically tell you what you've done and what you've not done, because you'll tick it off or cross it off whichever way pleases you. And you'll be able to review that, okay, I had 10 things to do today and I only did 2. Why was that? Did I spend my time scrolling or watching Netflix? Or is it because one task actually took a lot longer and I need to review how I, break down my to-do lists per day? The second level of accountability is using people around you. So this could be your friends, for example. It's really important to choose people that you trust. And I mean that on both levels, in that trust them to actually check back in on you, because what's the point in having an accountability partner if they never actually hold you to account? But also on a second level, that you can entrust them with your goals and that they're not going to be people that discourage you or put you down or tell the whole world your business. So use your friends, use people around you, call your friend up and say, look, I really want to do this by the end of the week. I really want to do this by the end of the month. Can you hold me accountable to this? And set clear expectations. Pick a date where that person can ask you, have you done this or not? So that you know that you're working towards that date. And that person is also aware that they are going to hold you accountable on that date. If you don't set clear expectations, it will just fizzle out, especially if you're friends and there's familiarity. And that brings me on to the problem that you might find with friends, in that there may be a little bit of familiarity. You may not take your friend that seriously. If your friend is saying, oh, you haven't done this, why haven't you done it? And you just laugh it off. That doesn't help your accountability. So the next level would be to then use your mentors. This could be maybe a leader at your church, a pastor, an actual career mentor, manager at work, someone who you have a little bit more of respect for, someone who scares you a little bit, someone who you don't want to disappoint. That's another person that you can use for accountability. And the final way is to join an accountability group. I host an accountability group. I find it's a great way to make sure that you are actually achieving your goals. It's a group of like-minded women who are all ambitious and all hardworking, and we inspire and motivate each other. So if you're interested in something like that, click the link in the bio to find out more about it. You're absolutely welcome to come and join us. And just a final tip, if your accountability partner or your accountability group is being a little bit hard on you, know that it's for your good. It's to make sure that you're doing what you said you would do. Also, you can achieve what you set out to achieve. So that's it for this video. If you liked that, make sure you like and comment, and don't forget to hit subscribe so that you are alerted for our next video. Thank you for watching.